White though, so if you're going to continue to get free dish control, you have to hope that you can maybe turn this into a showstopper for Sonder. But Dan, it's already different. Cloud9 White want a challenge.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, initially though, you get that pressure, but immediately finding out Cloud9 that they're actually cycling back off of that position. And in fact, once again, Shopify looking to gain a lot of ground, and it's only Mel here. There's a whiff. They know precisely where Mel is at this point. The Cloudburst comes in to deny any further angles. Can't catch the TP. The paint shot's going over to try to find the punish, the finish, but it's not going to make its way across to back Gen. And Mel will still stay alive with the tour de force.
No way. And is able to turn it into a kill. 4v4. Alexis wanting the perfect moment for the Rolling Thunder. That'll be used to clear off the top side of B. Then with this, the showstopper comes out. Jazz turns that into a free elimination. Oh no, the post plant's starting to crumble. Players around the back have given up B tower in order to play back through Jens, but Sonder's not here. Lori's good for one. Flowerful has to hold their life for as long as possible. 2v2 we go. Mel holding the angle. Needs to hit the opener shot, and she does! A clutch shot comes through, but as Flowerful takes care of the diffuser, it's just down to the 1v1, and Mel does it again! It'll be a 7-5 half as Mel clutches more, Dan. She does nothing she can't do.
With 3 players towards the A side, which is where it looks like Cloud9 have their attention at the moment. And then we'll start to make their way forward. Fault lines coming through from either side respectively to slow this one down. And Sonder hearing a lot of noise here. The flash coming through. Sonder able to get an angle. Trying to jiggle around, and it's going to be KP that coming through the door to punish, but no, doesn't get the second kill. That looks like it was a given.
Yeah, you have to connect right there. There's just no other way of saying it. But Flowerful picking up where they had lacked opportunities, but still, you have to get these kills. You just have to. There is no other way to split that up besides just say you just got to hit more shots, because SR had a perfect little bait and switch set up through doorways as they had flashes, fault lines, anything you could possibly want, boom bots coming through, paint shells, so much free concussive damage that was in the mix, but still not capitalizing on the kills. Alexis just outfrags them. That's a round that Shopify Rebellion are really going to want to have back.
Yeah, I definitely agree that we're seeing that C9W just winning, some like more in general of these duels, these 1v1s, these raw gunfights, and that is paying off. We'll get the tree push coming through from Shopify. And I mean, this is being spotted for. There's also a trademark too, should there be a really committed push. But nothing coming through just yet from Shopify. They're going to make their rotation back to the A site. So they've actually read the timing well. But with that said, C9 now abandoning position towards A without having really seen too much. They're going to move into Flowerful. Oh, so close to the headshot there.
Thing about this is there's no one else here defensively besides Flower, and Flower's going to commit. She's going to hold her ground. The timing is good. Have to hit your shots, though. Oh, man. Another missed opportunity. It's a lot to ask, but let's be candid. We've seen Mel hit shots like that, and those little advantages turn into massive swings and maps. Sonder, though, quickly with the shorty. He gets the reload off. Maybe a chance for more, but Cloud9 White with the weapons advantage starting to really showcase that, as the barrier orb will really not allow Panini a chance to get back onto site, and we'll go 9-5.
Looking for that split.
And the curious thing here is, like, are we really going to be trusting just forward trademarks only for Shopify? Because as soon as this trademark gets denied, there's really not anyone nearby that can answer. Yeah, this is very puzzling. You don't really use that information outside of long angles, and Cloud9 White just reaped the reward of it. Shopify is, like, arguably, they're just stuck in the middle of the site. And that's a miscue once again, as Cloud9 White only dropped one on the take in their bonus with the spike already planted.
Yeah, and we can see the value here of Sage as well. Like, it just really creates a lot of problems. Once the team gets onto the site, there's a lot of delay. The wall is cutting off angles. Then you've got the slow as well that's still ready to go, and he's just playing it very patiently. Trying to make this very difficult. The slow can come in off the reaction of the flash.
Unreal.
Actually, just going to keep gun in hand. KP's going to take down a couple, actually. And now in a 1 versus 2, but only 5 bullets with 18 health. So at least just trying to make this hurt as much as possible. We can keep the players on site. Another frag from KP. And suddenly it starts to get a little bit scary. There's the aftershock. That's going to create too much delay here. I don't think there's time now, but Alexis will take down KP. Is she going to be able to skip the bomb in time? No. So at least everybody goes down, but that will be the 10th round for Cloud9 White.
Thrifty, but you've got to put some significant problems into Cloud9 White's minds here, even with this this light kind of thrifty round that you've got in front of you.
Yeah, everybody here ready to go for Shopify. Alexis, though, even more ready for this one. There's the flash, though. Alexis is going to fall back, gets completely blinded. And they're going to get out of there, though it is going to be pretty rough because now they've spotted every single player have Cloud9 White, so they know how to navigate this situation.
Oh, this is good. Yep. You pick it apart. Unfortunate team nade comes through, but... Oh, hold on a second. Lori still holding the angle. May have a chance at more of these isolated peaks, but the trade eventually gets there. So 2 kills tallied for now. Trademark will be activated as Flowerful gives up their position on the long flank. Jazz here to deal with it. Headhunter not going to even be fired. And it's just 2 kills for SR. You know, it's not a win, not a loss, I think, from either side's perspectives. Kind of is what it is. You expect the round to come through for Cloud9 White, and they're able to do it relatively cleanly. So 11-5. An interesting decision here. It looks like Lori may not purchase, maybe to think about, can they get an orb to bring out the blades and try to get this economy really moving in the right direction?
Yeah, with that timeout, you know, they definitely have a lot to think about.
Yeah.
It's a tough one because there's not really been too many gun rounds, so you don't have a lot of data as to how Cloud9 Whites are playing their defaults or what they're trying to do. And the thing is as well with this map is that you generally do want to try to take control somewhere on the defense because there's just so much space to work with. And especially given the fact that Cloud9 White, once they get into a site, they have so much utility to use to lock you out. Again, this is that Sage diff situation where, you know, Annie's going to be able to make a really big difference once you get her into position with the walls and the slows. So you really want to try to prevent that from happening in the first place. And again, if you're Shopify and you're running the double dual list here, you really need to be finding value from that in the early to mid round if you possibly can.
So you're looking at the barrier drop moments right here. Like Shopify have to get map control quickly. I think that's probably your only option. And the thing is, and I mentioned this a couple of rounds ago, like you can't just trust that trademarks are going to be your only sense of defense on these initial hits if you're Shopify. So it's tough because you want to let your utility kind of speak for itself, but map positioning is a problem right now for Shopify Rebellion. And as we get into this next round, really nothing's shown for Cloud9 White. Little passive setup over through A-Halls. They delete the trademark early, so you really don't get too much out of that if you're Shopify. I don't know. We're in an interesting spot right here, I would say, if you're SR.
You've got the push from them all the way through towards the attacker spawn, dish side. And as you say, sadly for them, they're very out of position. They're going to find out about this a little bit too late. And you're going to get the Rolling Thunder coming through. And site will be taken. So not too much to do here for Shopify to stop this. You're going to get to take down Mel on the extremity. That's a good one to find. And Lori also on the other side of things. So they are actually finding a timing in.
Pain shells over the top to create some space, and it looks like that may be enough for Kasumi to consider a plant, but not committing to it yet. Wanted to get more information or maybe just more eliminations first to create some vacancy. But this is good from Shopify, very diligently, not going to allow them any free kills. Lori still being pressured over through Canteen, but there's the opening wide peak that you're able to get. Spike now on the ground. And how about it? Looking good for Shopify. Just Annie left alive, nowhere to go. KP cleaning up the final, and SR on the board defensively.
Hard road the whole time.
Yeah. But you're building up a lot of resources of your own, I think is the good news. The thing about it is, I just don't want to see Shopify using these ultimates as like get out of jail free cards. I would love to see them kind of getting aggressive, taking over space, and being able to really make a question mark kind of accrue into C9 White's heads, because it really still has been tempo and pace dictated by Cloud9 White, even from this offensive half. So patience will start to be the name of the game, at least for now, for Shopify. Your defensive utility will read that dish could potentially be under threat. And for the defenders on A, they're in a pretty solid spot at the moment, but the questionable thing is the fact that this rendezvous positioning for Flowerful would mean that you're stuck on site at the moment. You have to be able to hold, and Actually, how about it? C9 White are going to say, we've got enough points of contact, so we're going to go back over towards Arcade. Paint shells to try to delay.
Oh, Showstopper going over the top of the crates, but not finding its mark, but still Laurie able to find the frag. Saunders going in for more and punishing off the back of the concussion. Great collapse coming through from Shopify to finish the round off and threaten that spot. And that's going to probably trigger Laurie to go a bit more aggressive. We'll see what she's going to do. The Tour de Force actually might make you want to not go aggressive anyway. Just hearing the Tour de Force activated, you don't want to take those peaks now. Just the mere presence of it.
Oh, but are they going to try to double peek Mel here from this corner? Solo play from Mel, already in a position to only have to worry about a play through tunnel or up top. Boombot will be set. Mel's just trying to elude this by walking away. And with that forward position at tunnels, Cloud9 White, who had A-halls for free, may consider to try to make their way back over towards Tree, but looks like there's a call to no. Let's just keep our headstrong ways about us, make sure no one's on the flank, and then keep our focus towards an angle.
Oh, can't TP to get away there. Cloudfall, and that would have been very important. So now the site's going to be given. Oh, KP's going to go in, though, in a good close position to keep pressure on the spike as it goes down. Oh, it's getting a little bit scary, but the recovery from KP is pretty good still, though. Advantage on the numbers here for Cloud9 White. That will change 2 versus 2 now. Panini and Laurie is marching their way forward. The Blaze have come out to try to deal with this one as Laurie tries to go forward. The right click. It's beautiful. It is spot on.
But Mel is rotated through the defensive spawn. Laurie misses the opening shot, steps away from it too soon, so now Mel's in sight. Oh boy, Mel's done this before. 1v1 against Laurie, who's trusting the operator. Shot misses! Mel for another Red Bull clutch! We asked the question before their break. Is there anything Mel can't do? We got our answer. It's a definitive no.
Just Laurie's position here. This is a better angle against Mel. You just have a deeper angle. So, and Mel is still somehow faster to that one. And that's, again, it's just heartbreak. It is heartbreak. Shopify on the comeback. And the ultimates are still available here, though, for Shopify. They're going to go for the dish play. Cloud9 White. There's no resistance whatsoever. They'll trigger that trademark, pick up the orb. And they might opt to rotate back off of this. And you can't, like, leave a player here to keep the pressure alive. And Shopify haven't played forward anywhere. The deepest position they have is in A main. It's not really a deep position. They're looking for info towards Tree now. Shopify, they know they have to get information.
Well, and they're not really going to get much. So now Flower has to hit shots and hold on to this A-Hall's position. Obviously, the tour is one part of the equation, but a Vandal is in the back pocket if you need it. Sky Smoke will come through. Blind shot through, not going to fully connect. And now all of a sudden the defenders are actually going to re-clear out A-Hall. They're going to find, well, it took a minute, but they found Annie completely isolated by herself. But as Jazz moves through the door, Jazz is able to take down one, creating a bit more presence here for the post plant for Cloud9 to start setting up on the site itself. Orbital strike going to be called in, though, and Katsumi's actually going to be hit by that pretty hard, but it may not make a difference. The trade is still there, and now it's just down to Katsumi for the 1v1, Dan.
And Sonda, oh, the angle held and just completely crushes it. Katsumi lightning fast